Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and I have many exciting videos coming. There is some tanks which have been changed, which became a super gems, if I can say so. So the next couple of weeks of the content, it is going to be beautiful and it is going to be absolutely amazing. So first of all, I really want to do the short review of this vehicle. I want to say what I felt yesterday playing with this vehicle, and today you are going to see some live gameplays as well. So Minotauro, every single of us heard the it's so powerful, it's broken, it is right? Every single of us hear that. I agree with one thing, this tank is kind of toxic for a game because it has very nice armor and the weak spot is very tiny. But personally, I hated playing with this vehicle. I truly did. I liked from the tier 5, 6, 7, 8, those tanks are amazing. Tier 9, tier 10, I did not really enjoy it and I did not had very good time. Now, looking into the score and to the stats, I played 16 games with this vehicle. I barely scratched 3.3 thousand damage and 800 assisting damage. It's not my tank. I haven't figured out how to play with this vehicle yet. Same goes for a tier 9. I truly disliked those two vehicles. I loved this one, and I did not like it Viper as well. Viper, we had a very rough discussion yesterday on stream with Viper, and I think it is far away from being awesome or something. Aha! Daryl is enjoying his brand new Cromwell crew. By the way, those alerts are going whenever someone is purchasing the pack in the World of Tanks store. Currently, we have package on sale. Pretty much you are buying something from the game. Well, there is 3 packages you can choose from, and pretty much content creator is getting tip. Feel free to check it out if you are up to, and if you want to support internet beggars. Anyways, let's go into the game and let's try to make this vehicle work, shall we? Okay, the very first game is Prokhorovka. Keep this in mind, this is my initial opinions, and I would say Minotauro is overrated. I don't really think it is fun to play against this tank. I don't really think it is fun to be in this tank and play, and sniping for this vehicle cupola like this, it is quite a big pain in the butt, if I can say so, right? So this is very let's say I am not very impressed with this vehicle, at least not for my play style, right? And I really want to highlight this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, so you won't be tricked into this or something. I have no doubts there is going to be players who will play for 5000 damage with this vehicle. I have no doubts whatsoever, but I am not one of them. So, what is this tank's strengths and weaknesses? This tank can play hold down. This is obviously a tank strength. This tank has pretty bad gun handling, at least for me. I would not say it is very reliable, if you know what I mean. So this is definitely a weakness of the vehicle, and I cannot stand it. This is probably the reason why I do not really enjoy this tank whatsoever. If the gun is not treating me well, I just can't stand the tank. I just do not like this. So this tank on the paper is a tank destroyer, right? But in reality it isn't. In reality, this vehicle, you can call this vehicle a hybrid between probably heavy tank and heavy tank. You know, it's heavy tank, fellas. Or okay, we can say this is pretty much crippled heavy. Okay, I know it sounds weird. Hear me out. Why? The thing is, speaking about the 30 degrees angle, you can turn it 45 degrees on one side and the other side, so you pretty much do not have a turret. Obviously, my opinions can still change, obviously. This is only the first day of me playing with this tank, and there is a chance I will make it work and I can change my mind. But the thing is, I want to give you my first initial opinions with one or another tank. Today in Extra, you are going to see the tier 7 Minotauro sister. We are going to review that tank, and I kind of enjoyed the tier 7 way more than I enjoyed higher tiers for some weird reason. So yeah, this is a heads up for you. What is the goal for you whenever you are... What is the goal for you whenever you are playing with this tank? You are thinking the same way as Kranwagen is thinking, right? You are thinking hold down. That's about it. That's what you are thinking with this vehicle, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing more. You are just saying hold down. That's all you need to do. Other than that, I don't really have too much things to say. I would like to say I know everything and I want to say that and that and that and that. I can't. Once again, this is not the gun with which you can snapshot. You need to fully aim and you need to say, you need to take your time while aiming. Armor is good of this tank whenever you are facing enemies hold down by trying to lower your, by trying to hide your lower plate and you are saying hold down. Then the tank is actually good and armor is very, very decent. Other than that, it's just not my vehicle, okay? I don't want to be too negative, but this is how I feel like. I feel this tank is toxic for a game. It is extending hold down meta even more. One more very important thing to say. I don't feel this 8 seconds reload time. It's not an auto loader, you know? People we are complaining about chair footer or people we are complaining about the Rhino. You know, 5 seconds inner clip, 5 seconds inner clip. This tank has 8. So what that basically means, you are not feeling like your typical auto loader. In other words, it is very unique tank to play with. Obviously, it's extremely hard to guess how much in the magazine this vehicle has. It is very, very important thing to say. It is pretty much impossible to guess that. Because people can load in the middle, you know, and it will take 10 seconds for them to reload the clip. Speaking about that, okay, think about this way. Someone is playing with this vehicle, he has 5 in the magazine, and eventually he said, I do not really want to shoot all of it, and he's going in the middle of the reload like so. Let's say like right now. What that basically means, even though I shot 3 times, in 10 seconds I am going to be fully loaded and I can shoot again. You know, it's very hard to say that, and you are not feeling like you are playing against the auto loader. You are feeling like you are playing against the heavy tank. Even though it shows the tank destroyer on the paper, it means for shit. But if Wargaming is going to match this tank or any against any other tank destroyer, for example against Jack Pizda or against Agrila, for example, the thing is this tank can make pressure. This is very important thing to say. This vehicle can be a bit aggressive, especially against the lower tiers. It is important thing to say. And I believe you noticed the gun handling. I tried to go for a couple of the snapshots. It wasn't even close. And whenever you are fully aiming, it is somehow okay-ish. Speaking about gun accuracy, but keep this in mind, it is a tier 10 tank destroyer. What do I expect for from tier 10 tank destroyer? By the way, that was my fault, my bad shot. What do I expect from tier 10 tank destroyer? Either humongous alpha or either very, very good accuracy. Or both, if it is possible. Thank you very much. This is what I am expecting and this is what I want to see. This is what I'm expecting and this is what I want to see. Okay. Oy, oy, oy. If you would tune in yesterday in the stream, you would see my feelings for this Tech 3 and for this tank overall. But not everything is that bad. Whenever we are going to highlight the Italians, we will start looking into the tanks which got buffed, and I can tell you there is a hidden gem over there. What do I mean by saying this? There is some tanks which got changed from average or from bad to actually pretty decent or pretty okay. So once again, now looking into this situation, I do not have the opportunity to sit hold down against one tank. You know, this is like a horse mode. You need to find the tank and sit against him, hold down like this. You will be fine. Here, I'm getting punished by the Minotauro over there. I'm peeking here. There is a crossfire from every single side. I cannot make this tank work. I truly cannot. It might be a problem of the player, but I just do not enjoy this vehicle whatsoever. I apologize, fellas, I'm not here to trick you. It's the most powerful OP tank. I don't think so. I think a lot of people will struggle with it. From what I've seen and from what I heard, a lot of people did not enjoy this tank at all. This is how I feel like. Okay, I want to have a full clip. Let's see how it will look like. Okay, Minotauro is sitting on top of the hill. And for example, in this situation, Minotauro is relatively powerful, you know. He is looking towards the hill. If he is not going to overpeak, he will feel completely fine. And in the same time, there is absolutely nothing what I can do about this, you know. This is the thing. Minotauro is taking one for the team from the budget. Everyone is going for Minotauro. This is very, very good, and he got slaughtered. And there was nothing what this gentleman could have done differently to avoid this or to secure himself against this. Okay. At this point, I just need to be patient. I don't see myself doing anything else. Wafflecock is going in. We need to aim as much as we can, and we can spank him. Now, look at this. With a standard autoloader, you would be able to beat the living crap out of this gentleman, right? Luckily for us, he went back. If not this going back to the line of sight, it would be game over, you know? Okay, let's see. Let's go on the reload. We are feeling completely fine. They have couple of the tank destroyers. You know what? In fact, I will load heat. I think heat is the right way to do the things in this situation. What I want to do, I want to take position here, and hopefully by sitting hold down against the E3 Jack Pizda and Object 704, hopefully we will make everything work well. This is the plan, this is the hope, this is the dream. One more thing to say, which is extremely important. I do not have full field modifications yet. I am not using the bond equipment, I'm going with bounty, right? So this is extremely important thing to say. Maybe the tank is going to be just tiny touch better. Now we are saying, hold down. Like I said, hold down. E3 with a high explosives here. Object is sitting, I would say object is sitting somewhere here. If I need to bet where is 140, I would actually bet 140 could sit in this area here. That's what I would say. Oh, okay. It's not the case. Good. Once again, if you're trying to snapshot, the shells are going wherever they want to go, you know? Okay, wait for it. Our budget is going to spot for us. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Bekria is enjoying his brand new Cromwell or his crew. Okay. Let's see. Object. Object is obviously trying to escape or whatever he wants to do. And this is kind of a pixel. If he will try to run, he will regret his life choices. Good. And last shot to the almighty Jack Pizda. Let's see. Can we find a decent enough angle? Aim now. In the end of the day, we scored very, very well. We got 5.4 thousand damage and 200 assisting damage. But fellas, I did not fall in love with this vehicle and I did not enjoy playing with this tank whatsoever. You know, I'm supposed to feel like a child in the candy store. And you know what I enjoyed more? To play MX65T to check out how it is standing against the other tanks than playing with this vehicle. So yeah, this is the thing. Anyways, very first battle, we are getting ourselves high caliber, we are getting master class third or whatever else, you know. We got 880 experience, we are top by the damage, we are 6th by experience, and we made a bit of the credits because we completed the mission. Okay, let's continue our journey and let's go for round number 2, shall we? Okay guys, so the round number 2, let's see what we can craft in the second game. Now, this matchmaking is so much more powerful for us. We are dealing against the lower tiers. So what that means we are going to make enemies extremely happy. Well, more likely unhappy, but that's the plan. Now, the one thing what I really want to say, look at this matchmaking. This is a bit messed up for the enemies, and I can tell you exactly why. Now, if you would pay attention at their top tank destroyers, they have 268 and E4. Obviously, we have E4, so E4 is minusing E4, so we have Minotauro and they have 268. You know what will happen? Minotauro will sit and hold down positions, and he can be aggressive. 268, he won't be aggressive. He will snipe from the back. What that means? That means if people are playing well with Minotauro, they are going to have a great performance and maybe even great win ratio, if I can say so. Evo is enjoying his T44-100. Easy game. Enjoy your tank, buddy. Also, fellas, just to say that out loud, T44-100 is very hard tank to play with. I really want to highlight this and say that straight into the face. There is nothing better in the game like unreliable gun, fellas. Skill, are you making jokes of us? I would never be sarcastic. Come on. I would never be sarcastic, fellas. Okay, look, I'm in position where I want to be. Now, if they won't escape, 140 realized the trouble. Bizonte didn't. You know what will happen to Bizonte? You know what will happen to him. If you don't, you will figure out in a moment. So, now we can play hold down. This tank has relatively good. Beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted to know. This is exactly what I wanted to know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I see PP raised. I see PP raised, fellas. Okay. I am okay. This gentleman is dead. He cannot do absolutely anything about this. Fine. Wow, 268 is actually playing aggressively. Very, very nice. So, what we are going to do in this game? In this game, we are going to return for a base defense, right? We have time. We will try to get as much use as we can. By the way, Artas nowadays are focusing Minotauros like there is no tomorrow. Artas are feeling like the plague in the maze where Minotauro is supposed to live, right? It just they are trying to do everything in order to mess up Minotauro gameplay. I believe after some time the things are going to be a bit different, but at this point it looks like this way. Viper should spot this trash 103. If he will, we are going to spank him like there is no tomorrow. No, Viper, are you going to spot for me? Unfortunately, Viper is not going to spot for us. So what that basically means? That basically means we need to try to focus on the gentlemen's making pressure like this. Once again, the most important thing is to make sure we are punishing every single mother trucker who is trying to be aggressive. That's all we need to do. E4 is making pressure. I believe I will see E4 somewhere in this area. That's what I am looking for. So hard. I really want to see him. Oh, thank you. He turned it. That was bad shot by me. I cannot blame the gun accuracy in this kind of situation. Let's see. Bam, lower plate. Wow, that was a very beautiful shot. Come on, 3, 2, 1. I'm going for it. Probably that is a miss, but that's okay. I would consider in this situation going super aggressively like this, but before that, this charioteer needs to die. Charioteer is dead. That is very good. So at this point, we can actually... No, I'm not going to be aggressive. Not yet. Skill, calm down. Calm down. Let enemies make mistakes. If it is not mistake, then I don't know what is. That was a good shot into the side. It wasn't bad whatsoever. We had all chances to hit this gentleman. Meanwhile, standard B, I cannot see him. T30, I cannot see him. Okay, let's wait for the standard B to pick. He will. He will want to get involved. You see what I'm saying? It is so hard to play. If I could turn back the time, I would play here, obviously. I would play here. I would not go into the city because it's way too risky for this vehicle, but other than that, I would try to play hold down to the best of my abilities, if you know what I mean. Okay, looking into this, that is a nice angle. Beautiful, very nice. Okay, T30. He shouldn't spot me. I think I am relatively safe and I should have a nice angle for this gentleman to spank him. Let's see. Do we have a nice angle? Skill, how would you describe this tank? Disappointment. Like literally. I've seen a lot of content creators' opinions about the tank being broken, but truth to be told, the tank is good, but it is such a big pain in the ass to play with, and there is no fun. I don't really think the Minotauro will become meta tank or very popular tank. But keep this in mind, this is my first impressions and this is how I feel like. Maybe, you know, I am the bad dancer, maybe it doesn't fit with my style and that's why I am being super negative. If you played with Minotauro already, please leave your comment down below and let your fellow tankers to know, is the tank excellent? Is the tank epic? Is the tank broken maybe? Or whatever, you know, just let us know your opinion. This is very important thing to say. It is extremely important thing to say. Yes, you saw that correctly. E100 just snapshotted me with his derp gun. By the way, those 8 seconds, they are feeling extremely slow. And whenever you are doing, really, again, and whenever you are playing with this tank, it's sometimes very hard to calculate when enemies are going to reload as well. I am speaking from my experience, what I had while playing with this tank. As you can see, we need to sweat our butts. We need to sweat our butts in order to make this vehicle work. I am not making this shit up. I am trying to play well. Okay. So, tomorrow, I can promise you that you are going to get the tier 8 mini Minotauro in action. Tier 8 is a bit better in my opinion, tier to tier, and it's way more fun than this vehicle is. Okay, so what is the plan and how we can do this? I really want to get involved, but it is not as simple as I would love to say. Are you getting spotted, Proj? Aka Progetto. Okay. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. Now we know. We can always ask for information, you know? No RNG. Our Viper is so happy about the Jeffs. By the way, as you can see, whenever you are making a decision to reload, you are actually able to reload until you are relocating a bit. No! By the way, I believe you can hear the lines of the Arnold, and it is making me giggle quite sometimes, so don't mind me if I do. Skill, who made more damage? You did. Yeah, at least I am being honest, okay, fellas? At least I am being honest. Okay. So what we can learn from the games with Minotauro. Minotauro is not a tank destroyer, Minotauro is a heavy tank. With Minotauro, you need to set hold down somewhere in order to annoy enemies to the maximum and make them suffer. Important thing to say, right? With Minotauro, it's hard to tell when this vehicle on the reload unless you are fighting it face to face and you saw with your own eyes this tank fired 5 times back to back to back to back without break for 20 seconds. That's what we learned. Armor of this vehicle, if you are not using this tank properly, is far away from being epic. This is also a very important thing to say. You need to set hold down. In other words, if you will be in the open field and you are expecting to be the most powerful dog in the field, it's not going to be the case. That's what we learned so far, and that's what I can tell. Run. Run. I will humiliate you, you son of the banana! You son of the banana! You should be ashamed of yourself, yes! Shitting on me for all game! Shitting on me for all game, right? You like that? You like that? You like that? Don't you like that? Yes! You enjoyed it, oh yes, you enjoyed it. It's yours. Kill. Kill! Come on, kill! That's what I'm talking about, fellas. That was the most enjoyable part of this game. It was. He deserved this, fellas. He deserved this. He made us suffer, you know. And I'm feeling good. Okay, let's see. What is the score in the end of the day? And it was pretty enjoyable in the end of the battle. So in total we got 4,100 damage, 500 assisting damage, we got couple of kills, hip hip hooray. Ooh, Progetto flexed with his solid 8,000 damage and 6 kills. GG for this gentleman for sure. He played well and he deserved the score which he got, and he carried our big baboonish butt. All in all, we got ourselves 4,000 credits, and this is the performance with Minotauro. In this session, it might look broken, it might look OP, it's not, fellas. I believe, I don't know, have you seen the how did I look into those games when I played it? I did not had a lot of fun, okay? Apart the moment whenever we were banging Arta, but that's about it. Anyways, first impressions of the Minotauro. It might change in the future, but for now, I honestly think the tank is overhyped. I think the tank is powerful, don't get me wrong, but I don't really think the tank is... the tank is the levels of the chieftain, unbeatable, and so on. I think people will need time to get used to play with this vehicle because it is completely new reloading system and everything, and I think the gun of this tank is a big pile of kaku. That's what I think. I will update you with my opinion whenever I will be done. I will mark this tank, obviously. I will try to figure out how others are playing with this tank, and we'll see how it looks like, right? Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Minotauro in action. I think the tank is just overhyped and overrated, honestly. Anyways, take care, have a good one, Skill is out. Peace.